Hi everyone. So today we're going to make ourselves our barbarian, our Path of the Giants barbarian, and I think there's one race that lends itself to barbarians in particular, but this class in particular too. The reason is savage attacks. When you land a critical hit with a melee weapon, you deal an extra dice of weapon damage. So that's brutal. That might even be OP. The Path of the Giants, by the way, will make you stronger and bigger too, according to what I've read. And so it claims that you won't need as many strength potions for your character. So we're going to make ourselves a half orc. We'll make him a guy. There we go. All right, that looks good. I guess some guys don't get hair, but all right. So class, we don't get to choose our subclass now. Probably don't get to until level 3. But let me go back and show you about the half-orcs. The movement is nothing in particular. That's 9 meters. You get dark vision up to 12 meters. Relentless endurance. So if you're cut down to 0 hit points, you regain 1 hit point instead of being downed. And then this, savage attacks. When you land a critical hit with a melee weapon, you deal an extra dice of weapon damage. So that's why I'm picking half orc for this. And you can see the 2 class actions. The class feature unarmored defense. While not wearing armor, you add your constitution modifier to your armor class. And there's a bit of a problem with the defaults. If you look over here to my right, you'll see that the Constitution modifier is 2. And so you're not going to be adding dexterity, so you don't really care that much about dexterity. But there's a problem, and I'll show you that in just a moment. So your rage, let's see here, is your action right now. Deal 2 extra damage with melee and improvised weapons and throwing. So throwing things will probably be a big help for you. Again, let's see what we have. We have athletics, religion, insight, intimidation, perception. I would probably go with entertainer, because then you'll get acrobatics and be less likely to slip on surfaces. And I'll show you that in a sec. Yeah, there you go. +3 on acrobatics. I like that. If you don't take, you'll see that that's inherited from your background. You got +5 just because you're a barbarian, right? Yep, granted from class. So let's go back here and I'll show you what your acrobatics are if you pick something else. And you see acrobatics is +1. That's not great. And that's why I'm kind of like, let's go to entertainer, even though I can't really see barbarians being entertainers, but that's just me. But we're getting this because we want acrobatics. You also get performance too if you want to earn a little extra cash. So, and by the way, if you don't know, you can pick up a drum or a lute or whatever and entertain the crowds, and they'll toss you coins sometimes, so you get a little extra cash, but it's actually not worth it. It takes a long time, but there is an achievement for it, I believe. If you get 100 coins. Okay, so here's the problem. Your constitution is important to you, but you probably know at this point that it doesn't count. Odd numbers don't really count. So here's the problem. You would think you could take 1 out of your dexterity, which isn't quite as important. And you see that doesn't change it if I bring it down 1. but I have no option here. This is grayed out. I have no option to bring my Constitution up to 16, which I would really like. Yeah, it's because you would have to put 2 in here to bring it up a point. So I guess we're just gonna stick with dexterity at 13. All right, so we're good. We got our abilities, we've got our skill proficiencies, and let's edit our appearance a little bit, huh? Yeah, let's make him that. We'll start with that face. How's the male voice?
Where to next? What was that?
Let's hope the locals are
Hells, something just woke up down here.
Yeah, sounds better. Yeah, let's give him a little bit of beard shadow too. Yeah, I like that. All right. Change our, make him a little bit darker. There we go. That's good. And this is the kind of character that probably doesn't care too much about if he gets hit or not. So let's give him some scars, which can't even see anyway. So there we go. That's better. All right. Make him a little bit older. That's good. He sure doesn't need freckles, that's for sure. Alright, so body art. Yeah, I think in this case we definitely want some body art. But which one? Yep. Yeah, that's looking close. I like that. I like that a little bit too. Yeah, let's go with that. I think that's a good one. Maybe green for the tattoo color. Yeah, I think that works better than black. There we go. That's good. Alright, the eyes. Boy, blue eyes certainly do not work. Let's show all eye colors. Black, yeah. Black eyes for sure. Makeup, he's a barbarian. I really can't see him too much in the way of makeup. Lip color could probably come up a little bit. That's a little too much. There we go. So not much at all there. And let's give him some hair. I think he needs like a Conan look. Yeah, I kind of like that. That's close. Bonbons? No. Absolutely not. Oh, that could work. Gorgon. Yes, I've spent way too much time in the character designer, so this is actually my first orc. Yeah, no, that's not right. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. We'll do that. And make the hair a little bit darker. You don't want blonde hair highlights. Oh, some gray. Yeah, kind of like that. Maybe some red. Yeah, nah. Alright, we'll go with gray black. Well, let's make sure we got everything. Oh, we need some body art. I always forget the piercings. Oh, that looks good. Subduer loops. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, I think we are ready to go. This is our first Barbarian, Path of the soon to be Path of the Giants Barbarian. And thanks for joining me. thanks for joining me in my last patch 8 video, stress test video. Tomorrow, the patch 8 comes out supposedly. That's what they've announced, and I haven't seen anything to say it's not going to. So, thanks for joining me. I will see you in my next video. Oh, and subscribe if you like. Thank you.